Welcome back to A Prepared Patriot with Steve Morgan here. Today's gonna be exciting. Why? One of my favorite topics is, obviously being prepared. And what I've learned over the last 3 years, that anything can happen anywhere. Had a great conversation with a gentleman just the other day, and he says, why are you so into prepping? Why are you so about being prepared? And the conversation came up that tragedy, disaster, situations can happen anywhere. I mean, just look at the fires in California a couple of years ago. The fires that are happening right now in Canada.
Paradise Police 911.
We got a big fire.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm on Mole Road. It looks like it's by the river.
Okay,
It's in the barrel. It's huge.
Around 6:15 a.m., November 8th, winds started picking up outside of Pulga in Butte County.
We had the flooding. Again, California got bombarded last year because of the fires. Nothing was holding the water back. Massive mudslides, massive, floods happening in tons of cities.
Deadly flooding emergency right here in California. The state facing another round of heavy rain after a devastating parade of winter storms. 11 million people under flood alerts across the West through midweek. The unrelenting rain turning towns into rivers. Emergency crews rescuing drivers trapped in rising floodwaters after a levee breached in Monterey County. Thousands of residents.
Grocery shopping has been very different in 2020. Besides mask and social distancing requirements, grocery stores have seen shortages of a whole lot of shelf staples. Not just toilet paper, but food too. It looks like we may see shortages of these food items continuing.
2020, when the pandemic took off, there was, lines and food shortages and toilet paper, essential shortages. There was mass chaos everywhere. But today I want to talk about why you need to have a bug out bag. Why you need to have a bug out bag for every single, family member in your home. Why you should have one in your car, why you should have one ready to go. Right, so I'm going to go through a bunch of items that I feel you need to have in a bug out bag, or I like to call them, grab and go bags, because as I just talked about, the unexpected. Like, why be a prepper? Why be prepared for the unexpected? One of the things that I learned the hard way in my life is that when things happen, the only time you regret not being prepared is when the unexpected happens. So I'm going to go over a few items today. No need to worry. If you forget or you need more guidance on what you should have in a grab and go bag or a bug out bag, reach out to me. Comment, hit me up. I would love to give each and every one of you a free copy of my beginner prepper guide for free. It's a book, it's an ebook. I can shoot it to you. I'd love to bless you with one. Just click subscribe, reach out to me, hit me up in the comments. Love to send you a free copy. Started. So obviously a bug out bag requires, something to put items in. Now I personally believe that anything will work. Backpack. I've even done demonstrations of, buckets, like a plastic bucket from Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever paint store. You can grab a bucket, get the lid. They're awesome. They got a handle. You can literally grab them and go, right? That's why I call them grab and go. The lid keeps them watertight. You can pack in there all kinds of stuff that I'm going to go over today. I personally like bags like this, right? This is a waterproof, watertight backpack type bag. It's also got the handle set up. You can literally grab and go, throw it on your shoulder, and head out. The brand of this one is Bison Coolers. It's like a cooler bag. You can also buy, type in or Google dry bags. Those are awesome good. I have a bunch of those. Same setup, backpack style. You can throw them over your shoulders and, get out of Dodge. So lots of space. I mean, you can get a lot of items in these bags. And again, if it's raining or smoke or whatever the situation is, these things are great. They are watertight, they're airtight, and they're awesome. So Bison makes this model. Also, look, another little handle there. There's 3 different ways to carry this bag. Now I'm gonna go over this item list. Again, this is in my book for free. Love to give you a copy. Obviously, water is number one. Water. Gotta have water. It's number one necessity. It's why it's number one on the list. Now, I'm a filtration guy. I'm a big filtration fan. There's several different options. Sawyer does a really good job. I use these all the time. There's a collection bag. You literally squeeze on the filter, and you can literally press down and squeeze this into a water bottle. I even drink it right out of this thing. I mean, it's great. Super light. You can have a ton of them. Also, Platypus makes another, a great setup. I've got several super light. I love having a backup plan. Now this one, real similar. It's all about cleanliness, right? Like this. These are important. You want to stay clean. So there's a dirty bag, which is a collection bag. You collect the water, transfer it over to here, screw on your filter. It locks in, put it in your drinkable bag. This one's got a little clip on it. Super awesome. I use them all the time. Like, I have literally tested these things in some water that you would look at and be like, I ain't drinking out of that. So water filtration, you can also use purification tablets. Also, if it makes you feel better, collect that water, run through the purification. I also have a little lightweight cup where I can boil my water, which is just an added measure of, water purification. Super awesome. Second item is food. Now, probably spend 10 videos on just talking about food. Now, obviously you want something that's light, high carbs, beef jerkies. There's lots of ways. So again, canned foods, MREs, meals ready to eat, energy bars. I mean, I can go on and on and on. There's so many different versions of food. I prefer lightweight, high carbs, high energy foods that you can grab and go. First aid kit, I talked about that the other day on one of the other videos. Gotta have it. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. Now they can come in, you can get overwhelmed easily. There's lots of first aid kits that just have, bandages, antiseptic, ointments, pain relievers. I mean, let's take that one step further. If you need medicine, if you have contacts, bring a pair of glasses. I mean, those kind of things that you need to have on hand if you got to get out. I mean, if you wear contacts and you leave and you don't have a backup pair, you don't have contact solution, or you don't have glasses, again, that's why we prepare. Number 4, multi-tool. Awesome. Gerber makes a great multi-tool. There's so many different options, versions, makes, and models. You definitely want to have one of those. It's got a pair of pliers, got a knife, got a screwdriver, those kind of things that you might need to fix or modify something. Number 5, I did an awesome video. Go check it out. It's all about making a homemade fire starter cotton ball contraptions. Awesome. Got a lot of positive reviews on that. But make sure that if you're not into ferro rods or primitive fire starting ways, pack lighters, get waterproof matches, whatever you need, make sure you have fire. Without fire, it is bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad. So make sure that you have fire starters and ways to start and keep a fire going. Number 6, notice how it's down there. You need water, food, fire. Water, food, fire. Those are priority things. Number 6 is a shelter. I strongly suggest that you always have a tarp. Tarps are awesome. They'll stop the rain. They can stop the wind. They're amazing. Like, they've been lifesavers for me so many times. I mean, I've been in the backcountry hunting or backpacking or scouting or just learning an area. And the weather shifts in the mountains really bad, really fast. And tarps have saved us so many times. Number 8, flashlights. Let's talk about this for a second. I love flashlights like this. It's got a built-in solar charger. I mean, it's awesome. Like, you can see it's really bright. You can change the different settings on it. But I like this as well because it also acts as a charger. It's got a charging station on there for phones, headlamps, other different options. So it's cool. It's also got a built-in compass. So it's like a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 5-for-1, whatever model you have. You can get multiple uses out of an item like this. Definitely a must. Definitely a must. If it gets dark and you don't have a flashlight or a form of light, panic can, set in. In conjunction with that, I'm all about items that can generate solar and turn it into power. Did you catch that? Solar items these days are gold. Like, having items that can draw light and convert it into energy. This is another great one from For Patriots, is one of the suppliers. I love it. I use it all the time. You're sitting down, you're gathering water, sit it out in the sun. It'll draw the... All right, number 9. Communication. Once again, I can go back and forth on this one, but it's good to have some type of communication device. Battery powered, which if you don't have a source of energy, it could be a problem. I know they have hand cranked radios. There's definitely a couple options for that, or rechargeable batteries based up with a solar recharger pack, which allow you to have that. But you definitely want to have some type of form of communication or way of hearing what's going on. Number 10, navigation. Compasses, we already talked about that. But I am old-fashioned. I believe in old school ways. I have a roadmap. This is always on me. I have shared this with my family. We have an escape route. Again, this is in my book. Give you a free copy. Hit me up. Write in the comments section. Love to shoot you a copy. But I believe in having a way, like we used to do this back in the day, right? We have a travel route, we have a meetup, a rally point, we have ways to meet up. I love this version because I can open it up, doesn't require energy, doesn't require batteries, literally find my way, have a rally point, rendezvous point to meet with your friends, family, loved ones. Definitely the best way to go in my opinion. Number 11, personal hygiene. Huge topic, like you know what you need. Sit down and write down what you need on a daily basis. You're gonna need to pack that, right? Feminine products, toiletries, hand sanitizer. I load up hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer can be used for just about anything. Alcohol is amazing. Wet wipes, toilet paper, I can go on and on and on. Feminine products, we talked about that just real briefly, real quick. You wanna make sure you have those items on you because you're going to need them. If you need them now, you're going to need them then. Number 11, cash. Cash. If the grid goes down, obviously things won't work. Cash, things to barter. Alcohol, I mean, believe it or not, vodka, things that can be bartered is just as good as cash in a situation if the grid crashes. But you want to have small bills, coins, things that you can trade and buy things that you need. Number 13, duct tape. Duct tape. When I think of duct tape, I think of MacGyver. If you haven't watched MacGyver, it was a show back in the day. That guy could fix just about anything with duct tape and wire, and it can fix, patch. It is strong, durable, and it has probably 1,001 uses. Duct tape. Number 14, rope, paracord. Today there's lots of versions. I've been using this rapid rope, utility rope. I love 550 cord. It's a military thing. I get it. But this is a cool, handy thing that my friend introduced me a few years ago. Anybody that thinks of prepper items or items that you can be used, they think of me, which is, I love that. It's kind of cool. Got a name for myself, a prepared patriot. So when you think about being prepared, you think of me. This is cool. It's awesome. It's got a little cutting device on the end. You can shove this in your bag. When you're done and you run out, which you don't want to, you can use this as a cup to carry, transport water. I mean, it's just really cool. It's really cool. Cord can be used for setting up shelters, securing items. Lots. You need to have number 14's rope paracord. You need to have that on hand. Number 15, knives. Woo! I love knives. I love knives. I've got some big knives, little knives. I've got multi-purpose knives. I've got knives with saws built in them. But the bottom line is you need to have a knife. Knife allows you to gut fish, skin fish, a big game, small game. That's why I brought this one out. I love this model. It's easy to clean. It's easy to use. It can be used for skinning. Cutting rope, cutting small brush. I mean, it could be used for just about anything. So with that being said, I always pack on a knife sharpener, easy to use, keep your blade sharp, clips on your belt, clips on your grab and go bags, super awesome. And I can't stress this enough, you've got to have a knife on hand. Sanitation supplies, trash bags, plastic bags, disposable gloves, awesome, super light, super powerful. I've used trash bags as rain ponchos. I've used plastic bags to haul extra water, to wrap wounds. I mean, plastic bags, garbage bags, disposable gloves, definitely on the list of the top 20 for sure. Number 17, it's up to you. A whistle. If you hear somebody or somebody's in the vicinity and you want to get help, or you've fallen down, you've injured yourself on a trail, backcountry, it's a good way to get somebody's attention. Obviously, it can be louder. It's a tone that can be heard at a longer distance. Probably not a bad idea to have one of those on hand. Number 18, personal documents. Personal documents. Whew, man. Fires, floods, tragic events, identification, passports, contact information. Probably should have easy access and should be able to grab those if needed in a split second. See, now you got to understand the whole concept of grab and go bug out bags. You've got all these items we're talking about. You've got them all loaded up. You can literally run in and just grab those. Maybe important photos, things that you can't live without. You want to have those, or you got to be able to have those in a location where you can just grab them, shove them in your already preloaded bags that we're talking about today, and get out of town, right? So make that a priority as well. Protection, number 19. Not going to really get into this. Some say pepper spray. Some say having a personal alarm on you. I'm personally packing a firearm. That's just me. On one of my videos, I talked about having a bow and arrow, a compound bow. Awesome choice. You can reuse arrows. It can go from self-defense into providing food for you. Having a compound bow or recurve bow is probably not a bad idea. It's great for protection as well. Last, survival manual. I think you can go down to the Army Surplus store. Again, my free book that I'm willing to give you guys. Notice I said free book. Willing to give that to you. There's a lot of items in there. There's lots of information in there, guides, instructions. It's survival techniques. I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff on these videos, but that's the last one. Number 20 is survival manual. Get some type of guide, some type of a reference manual where you can go, hey, I cut my leg, or I broke my arm, or how do I build this shelter? They're not bad to have on hand. So I hope all of this helped you. Thanks for jumping on. Give us a like, give us a follow, and stay tuned for many, many more videos just like this one.